Looked as though that was out of play. Before Colin Ruck needed to cut it out. I don't think there's much in that at all. It's clumsy, if anything, from Anthony Cassie, the Frenchman. Cassie, like the goalkeeper Robert Zentner, had missed a large period of last season. Missed 7 months due to a partial right abductor tendon. The shot is blocked away. Zarowski going for goal. And that's a decent effort just past the post. Zentner mightily relieved to see it go wide. Mainz struggling to get it away, and then Rodriguez just turned and hit it. Instinctively going for the far corner. It's a really good hit from Miguel Rodriguez. Here's Cassie. Returned for the last 5 games of last season, the Frenchman, so has had a full pre-season now. Here's Amiri. Same too for the goalkeeper Robert Zentner. Groin injury kept him out for 4 months, but he returned in mid-April to finish the last campaign. Here's Amiri. Over the top for Cassie to chase, who hits it in first time. Krieschow get it away, and Zarowski completes the clearance up towards Rodriguez. Looking for the counter-attack, but it's well covered by Gruber. Now Cassie. It's claimed by Feets. Well, the first big chance of the game, going the way of Miguel Rodriguez. Interesting, should see from this angle whether Zentner was getting there. I think had it been on target, he perhaps would have got a hand to it. Touch and go though, and there's a good hit from Rodriguez, a positive strike as well. Gerstmann, the pressure from Nowini, and did enough. Goal kick for Krieschow. Looked at some of the results this weekend. Zone Turnus going 10-0 down in the first half to Frankfurt. Krieschow will be desperate to avoid anything like that, just try and stay in the match as long as possible. And the longer they do, the edgier Mainz will get. Sano. Family, Sano, his brother Kaido plays for PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. Here's Amiri. Kocher. Now to Costa. Swings the cross in early. Picked up by Hebler. Does actually live in the village. He's 5 minutes away from the stadium. Amiri. Played out by Lee Jae-sung. Cassie with the cross in. Krieschow get it away. Now Kocher. Well organised at the moment, Krieschow. Cassie though delivers the ball in straight into the hands of Justin Feets. Turnover of the squad in the summer for Krieschow, so something of a getting to know you exercise in the early weeks of the campaign, borne out by the fact they've lost those opening 2 games, beaten by Union Zandersdorf on the opening day of the season. Miguel Rodriguez, and that's a free kick for Krieschow. Down to earth next Sunday when they travel to Germania Halberstadt. Mainz face Paderborn Hamburg and Eintracht Frankfurt in their opening few games of the season. Mitrov with the free kick, goes short to Gersman, who sends the cross in, but gathered by Zentner. Mainz have made it through the first round in each of the last 6 seasons. They last lost at this stage of the competition in 2019. Have gone out though in the second round in the last 2 seasons. Both times the team that beat them has gone on to reach the final. Deep cross in, here's Amiri. Now Sano, here's Amiri, hits it first time. There was a deflection on that and Feets did well to get across and beat it away. The first significant shot in anger from the Bundesliga outfit from Nadim Amiri. Sano did well. From that angle, maybe there wasn't a deflection. It sneaked through a very small gap though. And Justin Feets did well to keep it away. And they've opened up here, a chance here for Krieschow. Oh, the angle was tight and Lewis Berger couldn't finish it. He knows it was half a chance though, but Zentner stood strong and kept his nerve. Well, the angle got tighter and tighter for Berger. And Zentner did well. It's a couple of sights now that Krieschow have had of the Mainz goal. With the corner. Hebler trying to make space for himself and got a marker to get the shot away, but it's a goal kick that's been given. He feels it should have been a corner and he may well have a point. It did look like the last touch was off Da Costa. Hebler certainly thinks so. Rock. Fashion type of centre forward, Andy Hebler. A knack for scoring goals. Had things gone slightly differently, may well have had a decent career at the higher levels. Here's Da Costa. He's absolutely loving this opportunity to pit his wits, he said, against Bundesliga defenders. Tietz, still not away. Lee Jae-sung wanted too much time. Krieschow clear. I said a lot of the focus has been all about this cup tie for Krieschow. Something of a distraction, another reason perhaps for their poor start to the league season. There was a few sleepless nights last night for these Krieschow players. Excitement, anticipation. Such a big moment in there and the club's history. Here's Gruber. Now Da Costa. Now Kocher. Well, they're compact and well organised when they don't have the ball, Krieschow. The game was always going to be like this. There was no doubt about that. From Kaishu Sano. And the only attempt really in the game so far that Mainz have had. That was a good angle, there was no deflection. Still a good save. Anthony Cassie left that short, and Gersman stepping in clears it forwards. Well, they've officially survived quarter of an hour now, Krieschow. Couple of good chances for Rodriguez and Berger. Amiri with the only significant attempt at the Krieschow goal for Mainz. Here's Cassie against Mikowski. Cassie again, he's overhit that. The wall dummy you can see there by the side of the Krieschow goal wearing number 35. is paying a bit of homage to Sebastian Melak, the Krieschow goalkeeper, who is missing this game through injury. New signing Justin Feets has come in to replace him. He was part of that team talk that you would have seen just ahead of kickoff with his leg and knee heavily braced. There's Mawini. So he is involved and watching from the sidelines, but it's a nice touch to have a dummy there wearing his number. Right by the side of the goal. Here's Da Costa. Now Amiri. It's a free kick for Mainz. Joined Mainz from Bayer Leverkusen in 2024. He scored 8 goals in 105 games there. Spell in Italy on loan with Genoa in 2022. He began his career with the ultimate village team, if you like, Hoffenheim, where he made over 100 appearances for them as well. Hoffenheim really the blueprint for every village club to follow. Ball whipped into the box. Rodriguez, back to Zarafsky. It's a free kick for Krieschow. Now by Geraldo Becker. Too much of the ball in the early moments. The Suriname international, who's been in good form in pre-season, Geraldo Becker. Scored the opening goal for Mainz in their 2-1 win against Bournemouth last weekend. Free kick over hit. There's Sano. Anchor man in that 5-man midfield for Mainz. Here's Kocher. Now Da Costa. Chance to deliver here from Lee, but Krieschow again getting bodies in the way when it matters and cleared away, but it's coming back just as quickly. Gruber winning the header. And now Kocher. Here's Amiri. Now to Mawini. Gets the cross in, and that is the opening goal from Philip Tietz. And Mainz get the breakthrough in the 19th minute. It's a fine header from the player signed from Augsburg. 16 goals in 78 appearances there. Well, he's up and running in his first competitive match for Mainz. And it's Krieschow 0, Mainz 1. And it is the new boy, Philip Tietz, who opens the scoring. Great work from Philip Mawini. Pinpoint cross, and then the little glancing header into the far corner from Philip Tietz. Scored in his last 2 away games last season at Zampoli and Heidenheim. Continues that run of away games with his first goal for Mainz. Sliding in, he stayed down, and Mainz break again here with Tietz. Cassie. There's Da Costa. That's certainly a settler for Mainz. Getting themselves in front inside 20 minutes. Sano. Fabio Gruber. Kocher fires the ball across, another good delivery. Rodriguez clears it away. Geraldo Becker. Lee with the touch out, Cassie with the delivery again, the header back from Kocher to the edge of the box. Sano hits it, blocked away by Zurawski. And the pressure building now from Mainz. Hebler battling for the ball again. Cassie with the was there, but couldn't take it in his stride, and Feets gratefully pounced. Now by Gersman. Dominic Kocher, the player down. I wondered if he might have hit it first time, Amiri, but he tried to take a touch, and unusually for him, it wasn't the best piece of control. Two appearances at the World Cup, off the bench in the 2-1 win against Ivory Coast, and the 1-1 draw against Paraguay in the now infamous round of 32, where Germany lost on penalties. Amiri's cross in, oh, it was a free header, and Gruber puts it wide. Well, what an opportunity for a debut goal for Fabio Gruber as well. Completely unchallenged. All he had to do really was hit the target, and it's well wide from the Peruvian international who joined from Nuremberg. Zurawski. Nuremberg, remember, the last and only Bundesliga side to be knocked out by fifth-tier opposition, as I was saying, 25 years ago. Second-tier side, Nuremberg. Gruber was born in Augsburg, but has a Peruvian mother, which is why he plays for the South American country. Made his international debut in November. A 2-1 loss to Chile. And Mwene unable to keep that in. It's an opportunity now for Krieschow to perhaps get themselves back on terms. Those what-if moments when the lower division sides face the top-level outfits, and they've had a couple already. Those Rodriguez and Berger opportunities. Could this be another? Bastian Dressler to deliver the set piece. It's a good ball in by Dressler as well. Zentner touches it away. And the foul given right on the edge of the area. Geraldo Becker thought he was away, and not only a foul, but a yellow card as well. First one of the game. Slightly harsh, perhaps. I think he had his eyes on the ball, and two players just sort of kicked each other, really. It could have gone either way, but it has gone the way of Krieschow. Becker into the book. Signed permanently in the summer after a loan last season from Spanish side Osasuna, where he struggled for regular games, featured just 9 times. Learned his trade at Ajax, what better place to learn, and featured for the young Ajax team, although never actually made a first team appearance for the main side. Smells with Den Haag, Union Berlin and Real Sociedad. Zentner getting his wall organised. Andy Hebler may fancy this. Zurawski is there as well. Will it be the 37-year-old or the 36-year-old midfielder? Hebler, the 37-year-old. It is Hebler into the wall. He's annoyed with himself. Gersman. Good ball into the box. Still, it's not away though. Here's Mikowski. Flag up for offside. Be frustrated not to have at least hit the target and given Robin Zentner something to think about. Kocher. Now Gruber. In towards Tietz, and it's 2-0. 2 chances, 2 goals for Philipp Tietz. And what a perfect start to his Mainz career. 2 goals just 7 minutes apart. And it's Krieschow 0, Mainz 2, and there is the quality. Krieschow have had a couple of chances, so have Mainz. The difference is the clinical edge that Philipp Tietz has given them. 2 sides of the Krieschow goal, and both of them have resulted in goals for Mainz. That's a great finish from Tietz. First time on the volley, just guiding the ball past Justin Feets in the Krieschow goal. Lovely delivery from Anthony Cassie. And it's a long, long way back from here for Krieschow. Krieschow 0, Mainz 2. Not quite into the avenues of damage limitation yet. It could be heading that way. Geraldo Becker. Here's Mawini, whose cross resulted in the first goal, and the other wing-back, Anthony Cassie, delivering the second. Assists for the right and left wing-backs, and 2 goals for Philipp Tietz on his competitive debut. Sent to the box again, headed away. Mainz corner. Behind again by Dressler. On a hat-trick now, Tietz. Goal kick given. It's Tietz. ...185 appearances in the second Bundesliga with Energie Cottbus, Spitrov, Magdeburg, Regensburg and FSV Frankfurt. Solid second-tier career. He's 37 as well, Bitroff. Zarafsky and Hebler well into his 30s. Mikowski with the cross in, too high for Rodriguez. Supporters making plenty of noise. It's turned into a relatively relaxing afternoon. That would change if Krieschow could snatch one back here. Dressler with the cross in straight into the hands of Zentner. Da Costa. Sano. Kocher. Gruber with space to run into, has Da Costa outside him. Costa delivers the cross this time. It's gone right the way through to Mawini. Now Amiri. Mainz beginning to strut their stuff a bit now. A 2-goal advantage. Amiri. It's Kocher. Geraldo Becker trying to play in Tietz, who's trying to wriggle through. Blocked away again by Bitroff as he's trying to eke out the hat-trick that he might centre forwards. Four goals now in his last 3 away games. There's Da Costa. Put it away by Ruck. Struggling to get any kind of possession. Here's Mawini, it's incessant now, the pressure, third goal for Mainz. And that's the hat-trick. And Krieschow dream is being blown apart here by Philipp Tietz and Mainz. Krieschow 0, Mainz 3. And they just haven't been able to deal with the delivery into the penalty area. Amiri's first shot blocked away by Gersman. And Mawini, not for the first time, delivering to the head of the centre forwards. And Mainz seemingly cruising into the second round of the DFB-Pokal. Tietz is certainly getting himself ready for the opening game next Saturday, and Mainz entertain Paderborn. Just wonder what his tally might be come the end of the game, Philipp Tietz. By a goal to nil at Dynamo Dresden in the DFB-Pokal first round last season. Here's Amiri. This looks as though it's going to be a rather more comfortable win for Mainz. Lost just one of their last 6 away in this competition. They only lost that 3-0 defeat to Hertha Berlin in the second round of 2023. Costa. It's at home where they've had problems. They were knocked out at home by Stuttgart in the second round last season. Geraldo Becker. Da Costa. Cassie. Blocked behind for another corner for Mainz. Krieschow have had the stuffing knocked out of them a bit here in this first half. Hat-trick in the space of 14 minutes for Philipp Tietz, the former Augsburg striker. Minutes to half-time, 3-0. Amiri delivers. It's going to be another corner. Into the box again, but the referee has spotted a foul in there. Tobias Gersman winning the free kick. Petrov. First half certainly hasn't been the outcome that those Krieschow players and fans were dreaming of. Remarkable, really, that there's more people in the stadium than actually live in the village. Here's Mawini. Here's Mawini. And again. Koha. Mawini to Gruber. Settling in quite nicely in the centre of that back three for Mainz. Sano with the cross in. Well, that quick hat-trick from Philip Tietz has made this another pre-season game for Mainz, a week before the season proper gets underway in the Bundesliga. Sung with the touch off to Becker. Any strong challenge from Gersman. Gruber. Now Becker. Now by Da Costa again to Amiri. Krieschow looked to counter. Hebler. He's overhit it. One or two spaces in that temporary stand behind the goal, but not too many. It's a game that really has caught the imagination of the local area. Geraldo Becker. To the penalty area. Touch off by Lee. Now Sano. Costa with the cross in. Lee touches it off and Amiri finishes it. It's 4-0. Lee Jae-sung looked as though he might score himself, but instead it's Nadia Amiri who scored the winner at Dresden at this stage last season. And Amiri is on the score sheet here in Krieschow. And it's Krieschow 0, Mainz 4. How cool was that from Lee Jae-sung? Lovely ball from Danny Da Costa. Chested down by Lee Jae-sung. In the end, just touched it off to his captain who couldn't miss. Amiri up and running for the season, joins Philip Tietz, who already has a hat-trick on the score sheet. And it is Krieschow 0, Mainz 4. 6 minutes until half-time. Now it really has become a survival exercise. It's a decent ball up towards Rodriguez. And the effort at goal from Hebler. A couple of moments when the scores were level for Robin Zentner to deal with from Rodriguez and Berger. There hasn't been much since, though, as Mainz have taken control of proceedings against their fifth-tier opposition. And Iggy Cottbus, the big team in these parts, were knocked out yesterday, beaten 2-0 by Augsburg. Stadium where many thought Krieschow would be playing this game, but they were determined to get the game on at the Sport Park Krieschow, their own ground, and they've done it impressively well and earned over 200,000 euros as well for their place in the first round of the DFB-Pokal, which at their level of football will go a long way towards being reinvested back in the club and its facilities. Foul on Zarabski. Flags are flying and they are sailing into the second round. Amiri. Teets back to Amiri. Flipped out by Teets again. It's Cassie. Now Da Costa. Still a bit of life taking place outside the stadium. I think one or two in blue were waiting for the referee's whistle, but Geraldo Becker was simply stronger and adds to his goal that he scored against Bournemouth last weekend in their last official pre-season game, and continues his fine pre-season form into the season proper with a goal in the DFB-Pokal first round. Krieschow 0, Mainz 5. They will be looking towards that 11-0 scoreline that Eintracht Frankfurt delivered against Zanternis. He was just stronger there, Becker, than his opponent. Lovely ball from Amiri. And Colin Ruck just shoved out of it by the Suriname international. And once he was in, there was no mistake. Cool and calm, just passed the ball past Justin Feets into the net. Krieschow 0, Mainz 5. Bitrov. You really are seeing the golfing class and why there has been so few upsets from the fifth tier against Bundesliga sides. Here's Becker again. Oh, it's a terrific save from Feets. Looking for a quick-fire double, Geraldo Becker. Thumbs up to Justin Feets, and what a good save it was. Shifted it to the right away from Dressler, and that was top corner bound. Good save. Too much reaction from a goalkeeper who has already been beaten 5 times. Amiri with the corner. Teets with the header on and then headed over the top by Danny Da Costa. It's become something of target practice in the latter part of this first half for Mainz. You do fear for Krieschow as well when the fitness levels begin to tell in the latter part of the game. Away by Bitrov. Shuravsky. Couple of minutes to be added on. By Da Costa to Cassie. Amiri. Makowski. Header down for Lee Jae-sung. By Da Costa again to Anthony Cassie once more. Gruber. Sano. One more goal perhaps before half-time, Mainz. Lee Jae-sung. Geraldo Becker. As though he was pushed by Bitrov. The referee was right there, though. It's Lee Jae-sung. Gets a 5-0 down. He can afford to give the benefit of the doubt to Alexander Bitrov. Kaishu Sano. Cassie. Down the line from Cassie again. Deliver back towards Geraldo Becker, who got his head to it, and Lee Jae-sung fires it off target. It's probably that for the first half. A bit of a shove, didn't it, from Alexander Bitrov? Professional as first half performance can get from the Bundesliga outfit Mainz. Philip Tietz netting a hat-trick in the space of 14 first half minutes. And Amiri adding a fourth 6 minutes before half-time. 4 minutes after that, Geraldo Becker stroking home the fifth. It is very much going to form here. And Mainz surely heading for the second round. Half-time, it is Krieschow 0, Mainz 5. Der zweiten Halbzeit. So let's take a look back at the first half statistics. 15 attempts on goal for Mainz. They've scored with a third of their attempts on target, 7 in all. Just the one on target for Krieschow, who have been working hard. 4 clearances, have won 8 more tackles than Mainz as well. But the Bundesliga side have more interceptions. The passing as well, as to be expected, 3 times better from Mainz. 336 to just the 112 of Krieschow. Just the one yellow card that went the way of Geraldo Becker for that challenge on the edge of the penalty area. None so far for Krieshow's, but no surprise to see Mainz with nearly 70% possession and double the amount of corners as well for Krieschow in that first half. So the moment of the first half then, coming from Mainz. Anthony Cassie's delivery in, and a fine finish from Philip Tietz to make it 2-0. Took that really well, just stepping in front of the defender, guiding the ball past Justin Feets. Lovely delivery from Cassie, but there was still plenty to do for Philip Tietz.
This is the DFB-Pokal. Drama, excitement, goals. 64 clubs started, only 2 remain, and just one of them will put their name on that trophy. Will it be Bayern? Will it be Stuttgart? The DFB-Pokal final kicks off. 2 sides that know all about winning this season. Well, Urbig had to make sure he got down for that. Maximilian Mittelstadt. Odyssey's ball for Harry Kane! He's done it! A goal in every round! Oh, there was a big chance. They thought they might have had a corner at the very least. Oh! Harry Kane, he might have another go. Here he comes. Harry Kane again! It's 2! That'll do it for Bayern with 10 minutes to play, surely. No way back. Harry Kane, record breaker once more. Olise, who's got himself in the box outside of the boot. Big appeal for handball. Referee points to the spot. Harry Kane is on a hat-trick. Is he going to get it? Harry Kane! Of course it is! It could only be the one, the only Harry Edward Kane to make it 3-0. A Bayern hat-trick in the final. Good night, Stuttgart. Bayern München win the double. Harry Kane wins the day. A man of the match performance from the England captain. After 6 years of wandering in the wilderness, Bayern are back on top. The 83rd DFB-Pokal is Bayern's. They are back. Back where they believe they belong.
Holstein Kiel sensationally knock out Bayern. Saarbrücken have won it against Bayern.
Drosden, but the goal is open. Can he find it? Oh my word!
This is what the DFB-Pokal is all about.
For the first time in 6 years, Bayern have won the DFB-Pokal.
HEBC Hamburg have qualified for the DFB-Pokal.
They won it again for the 3rd time.
Borussia Dortmund, DFB Cup winners.
It's in! HEBC are running away with it. Into Girassi and scores magnificently.
So plenty of goals to get through as we take a look back on the first half highlights here. A potential penalty appeal for Krieschow. Miguel Rodriguez going down in the Mainz penalty area under the challenge of Danny da Costa. And a big chance for Krieschow as well on the turn. Miguel Rodriguez just past the post. You can imagine the reaction that found the corner. Zentner was certainly concerned enough to fling himself across the goal. Decent attempt from the Brazilian. And then another chance. Martin Zurawski playing in Lewis Berger. angle was getting tighter all the time though, and Zentner did well. Stood strong, made the angle tight. And it wouldn't be long before Mainz would ride out the storm and get the breakthrough. Philip Moueni with the cross in, finding the head of Philip Tietz to make it 1-0. 19 minutes in. 14 minutes later, he'd be celebrating